I would like you to stand up and jump 2 times when I count 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's all. You can see. So I would like to ask you and think, am I really happy to back to the ground? Yes?
Yeah.
And imagine one place where you can jump and float on the air at a couple of seconds. It would be nice, right? So why we back to the ground? Because of gravity. Everybody knows it. So gravity is such a necessary force to make our life being normal and being in the ground. And usually we don't pay attention on how gravity helps us to live. This is my topic. I will talk about how can parts of Canada be missing gravity. This is strange even for Karen because she didn't know about it, and also for me I didn't know about it. So starting, I will talk about the Hudson Bay, gravity, the theories, and the grace. Okay. Starting with the Hudson Bay, for more than 40 years, science have tried to figure out what is causing the insurgence area of the Hudson Bay to be missing gravity. As you can see in the pictures, the man is there and stuff. I think this is fake, but this is real.
Fake, yeah.
Yeah, this is real. There's a video, but I couldn't download the video. So, in some areas of the Hudson Bay, those areas are missing gravity. And let's take a look. Where is the Hudson Bay? Hudson Bay, this is the map of the area. It's this black here, this one. And this is Zoom. Here is Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Nunavut, and this is the Hudson Bay. But why the Hudson Bay is missing gravity? There's a lot of theories. There's 2 main theories that I would like to talk about after, explain what is gravity and what creates gravity. Gravity is proportional to mass, and when the mass of an area is somehow made smaller, gravity makes smaller. Gravity can vary on a different part of the Earth, and also that's our main point of why the Hudson Bay is missing gravity. The shape of the Earth is not as a ball, and also we usually think about as a ball. So the Earth shape it gets flatter at the poles and plunged on the equator. So it's like an egg shape. So to move on to the theories, the first one is convection. Convection is it happens on the mantle of the Earth. The mantle is full of magma, and it's extremely hot, and constantly the magma is whirling and shifting, rising and falling. So those movements create convection currents, which are like these red lines. So the convection draws the Earth's continental plates down, and which decrease in mass in the areas and decrease the gravity. So when the convection currents go down and the Earth goes down, so it decreases its mass, so it decreases its gravity. The second theory is Laurentide ice sheet. The Laurentide ice sheet was this huge piece of ice. And it was in the first ice age. This ice sheet was almost 3.2 kilometers thick, so it was really, really thick. And in the most of section of the ice sheet, but in 2 areas of the Hudson Bay, that is here and here, it's thicker. It was thicker. Sorry, it was 3.7 kilometers, and it was also very heavy and weighted down the Earth. Over a period of 10,000 years, the ice sheet melted and finally disappeared 10,000 years ago, and it left a deep indentation in the Earth. This is how it melted. So to get a better idea of what happened, think what happens when you press your finger. You can even do it in your hand. You press your finger in your hand or in a really spongy bread. When you press your finger, the mass moves to the sides, and when you put away your finger, it back to normally. So it happened with a cake, and it happened to the Earth. But the Earth is not much bouncing back, as they're rebounding very slowly. So less than half an inch per year, which means that if that really happened with the Earth will recover its shape in 5,000 years, so we're not will be alive. So which theory is correct? I would like you to think which theory is the correct one. What do you think is the most detailed theory? And I will tell you at the end which one is correct. But mostly the science focus on the second theory. And to get more information about what happened, they made a tool. They made a satellite with the name GRACE, which is the last point in my presentation. GRACE means Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment. The GRACE is a satellite who was created between April 2002. And that's a picture of how is this satellite. The satellite gets information about gravitational variation on the Earth, and it gets information of small gravitational variation on the Earth and how gravity is different in all parts of the world due to its shapes. So the GRACE data allows science to create topographical maps approximating what Hudson Bay looked like during the last ice age, and when it was covered by the Laurian sheet. This is a topographical picture on how it looked like. And this is the answer of the question. The GRACE got information, and also the science understand what happened with the Earth. So the ice sheet theory only accounts for 25 to 45% of the gravitational variation around Hudson Bay. Subtracting the rebound effect, which is what happened with the ice sheet, from the Earth's gravitational signal, science have determined that the remaining 55 to 75% of the gravitational variation is likely due to convection, the first theory. So finally, the GRACE satellites have provided science with data or information on many ice sheets and glaciers that happened in the past. So this is really important because the satellite give information to the science how they look like in the past, and they can figure out how or actions will be in the present, and how our actions will damage our future. The over-raising sea levels, how they can destroy or even continents, and how gravity can change those. How gravity can change our life.
What?
So. Oh.